Join the American Meteorological Society by becoming a member of the band. The AMS Weather Band is a global community of weather enthusiasts dedicated to learning and sharing their love of science. Visit amsweatherband.org to learn more and join the band today.
Here's your weather video for this Sunday, March the 14th. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray, and two threats of severe weather highlight this forecast package with the possibility of another one in the long range. We are in that time of year. Here's the upper pattern across North America, showing a very deep trough and upper low that is cut off over the Four Corners region, now moving into the Central Plains, responsible for quite a bit of severe weather, including a tornado outbreak in the Texas Panhandle into western Oklahoma yesterday afternoon and evening. High pressure still in control over the southeast United States up into the Great Lakes. Starting off in the 50s this morning across Alabama. Beautiful morning, much like a beautiful morning yesterday. Good bit of sunshine. To start the day, we're going to be warming up quickly through the 60s, 70s, and into the 80s again today. 83 was the common number across central Alabama yesterday. That was the high at Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and Anniston, within a degree of the high temperature record at Birmingham. And we'll be back there today around 81 to 83 degrees. Record highs again running about 84, so we'll be in that record territory for sure. We should stay high and dry all day, increasing clouds by afternoon. A few showers possible late tonight. Low pressure today located over northeastern New Mexico, spreading snows across much of Colorado, Wyoming, into northwestern Nebraska, down into northern New Mexico, with rain and storms across eastern Oklahoma into eastern Texas today, where there could be some strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. By early Monday morning, 6 a.m., showers begin to work their way into Alabama. The main rain and thunderstorm activity near the Mississippi River. The low pressure system there, you see it hasn't moved very much. It's occluded, sort of running out of steam, beginning to weaken. But the cold front will bring thunderstorms to Alabama during the late morning and early afternoon. Now, everything's sort of out of phase on this system. We do expect severe weather to be a possibility. It's going to be a marginal risk probably. Areas northwest of the line from Livingston to Tuscaloosa to Coleman to Huntsville could see a window of severe weather development on late Monday morning and early Monday afternoon, when the upper dynamics are still in place and there's enough instability there to happen. That overlap could happen on either side of noon tomorrow. Damaging winds, main possibility. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, but not a big outbreak. These are Cape values over western Alabama and eastern Mississippi, 500 to about 1,250 joules per kilogram, so sufficient for severe weather, but not a widespread situation. Rain and thunderstorms overspread the state late Monday afternoon, Monday night, and then and they're pretty much died down by midnight. But the air mass over Alabama will still be warm and humid. Warm front coming back to the north during the day on Tuesday, and that means more scattered showers and storms will be possible. Don't expect any severe weather on Tuesday, but there could be a few strong storms for sure. Wednesday, you can see conditions over Alabama still quite unstable and leading to those thunderstorms. Can't rule out a strong storm for sure. But by Wednesday, low pressure centered over eastern Missouri, ready to move into the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes region. Rain and thunderstorms become widespread across Mississippi and Alabama, and the conditions are there for this to develop into a significant, a severe weather event for us here in Alabama. This is the upper air pattern showing the upper low over Missouri, strong winds, and a very diffluent pattern, meaning spreading apart of winds in the upper atmosphere, which is quite favorable for producing lift and increasing the threat of severe weather. Instability will not be a problem on Wednesday. The various models have different values. This is the GFS showing anywhere from 1,000 to about 1,700, 2,000 joules per kilogram of instability over eastern Mississippi, western Alabama by 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. on Wednesday, since we've had daylight savings time. And don't forget, if you haven't advanced your clock this morning, you're late already. Should have said that at the beginning of the broadcast, but just take note of that. So we've got plenty of instability over Alabama, eastern Mississippi. Cold front moving into that, crossing the Mississippi River around noon. More showers and thunderstorms will develop. Plenty of bulk shear, plenty of low-level shear too. So we'll have to introduce the possibility of some tornadoes. So damaging winds, and with the strong lapse rates, we could even have some pretty big hail on Wednesday, and the possibility of a few tornadoes. So we'll be watching that very, very closely. We can't pin down the timing or the severity of the situation yet, but needless to say, it is something we'll watch. It's that time of year. The rain and thunderstorms are mostly out of central Alabama by dawn on Thursday, and we should see clearing skies during the morning, but clouds will return later in the day. Could be an evening shower, an overnight shower Thursday night, as it will be cooler, falling into the 40s. By Friday morning. And then that sets the stage for a nice weekend. This is Friday. Sunshine, high pressure in control, high temperatures in the lower 60s. By Saturday, we'll be in the middle 60s. And then by Sunday, we should be back in the upper 60s. So that's nice. But sort of fast forwarding to Wednesday night, the 24th, this has another strong thunderstorm look. The low, a little more displaced to the north. Instability values not quite as impressive as this Wednesday's storm, but we'll be watching that because that, of course, could change. There's temperatures off of the national blend of models, showing us up in the 80s today. Will be middle 70s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, then cooling off a bit into the weekend, but returning to slightly above normal conditions by next week. A really special Weather Brains on tap for tomorrow night. We'll be looking back at the Fultondale tornado that happened on January 25th. We'll look at it from a traveler's perspective. Traveling and staying in hotels. As you all know, the Hampton Inn in Fultondale was heavily damaged, actually destroyed in the end by this tornado in Fultondale. So we'll talk about their response and what your response should be if you're traveling and staying in unfamiliar locations. We'll also talk about building business plans for severe weather for different types of construction with the engineer, Tim Marshall. And our friends from the National Weather Service in Birmingham will present a really outstanding retrospective on how that tornado developed. If you remember, it was a very marginal situation, but the values just came together late that evening, and this one storm produced a significant and deadly tornado. And that's Weather Brains tomorrow night, 8 o'clock live, and available anywhere you consume your podcast. Well, that's your video for this 14th of March. I'll have notes on the blog, frequent updates throughout the afternoon today, taking a look at the severe weather, and, of course, having a noon forecast update for you. James will be back 2 days all week. We'll be watching the weather very closely. Scott will be here next Saturday. I'll see you Sunday, and until I get that chance, as I always tell you, keep an eye to the sky because you'll always have something fun to look at.
Join the American Meteorological Society by becoming a member of the band. The AMS Weather Band is a global community of weather enthusiasts dedicated to learning and sharing their love of science. Visit amsweatherband.org to learn more and join the band today.